Good morning. Hey, how are you? So, it's Sunday morning. Gosh, I don't even know what freaking day it is. It's the 8th of October. Is it? No, the 8th of November. So this morning, we're going to chat a little bit about who are you and who are you not. And we'll do a little reading from the 24-hour day book. And then we're going to have a meditation. And so if you, stick around and meditate with us in a few minutes. Okay, so I sat this morning and had like a 40-minute meditation, like a bit of a guided meditation with Muji. There's so many of them online, and it was just beautiful. I want to drop into that nothingness, into that space beyond mind, beyond thoughts, and to, disappear into non-awareness in a way, into emptiness, into isness, into the undescribable. It was beautiful this morning, and what came up for me is that, for the most part, well, maybe even more than for the most part, but I'm being kind, I guess, I don't know. We don't know who we are. We don't. We're totally from the persona. We're just a bundle of concepts and beliefs and about ourselves. And so let's imagine that, it's all so depends on where you were brought up and on your cultural conditioning and on, your family situation. And many of us were brought up in fear. And right, wrong, or indifferent, we were brought up in fear. And many of us have this idea about ourselves. We think we know who we are. And it's a friggin' joke. We have no idea. We think we are the things we own. We identify with a vehicle or with a house or with a town. And we think we're Canadians or Americans, or, so we just don't know. And we don't know that we don't know. We're asleep, we're sleepwalking through life. Hi, Cammie. Nice to see you, love. And Vaughn and Ian. So here we are, unaware that we're unaware. And when the subject comes up, that fundamentally everything's passing through a screen of fear. Bill Wilson said that we have 100 forms of fear. I think he was minimizing. We're driven by self-delusion and self-seeking and self-pity. All these ideas of ourselves, sitting, complaining, wanting. I want this and I want that. We're in our 30s and 40s and still, complaining about life, about health, so we have no idea who we are. And for many of us, especially when we're in the depths of addiction, and let's be fair here, we're all in the persona addicted. We're addicted to our ideas. We're addicted to our concepts of who we think we are. We're living in addiction. We're all living in addiction, because we believe, and we go to our comforting thoughts or uncomforting thoughts, and believe that's who we are. So, how would you like to be free? Eh? Hey, Jason. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you. Two Jasons. How would you like to be free? Well, the beginning of freedom is the realization that we're not who we think we are. That we're, literally, unknowingly stuck in an idea, stuck in a concept of who we are. I love what if you are exactly who you think you are? Well, you live there if you like, Jason. I guess that what happened for me is I realized that everything went through this screen of distrust. I didn't trust me, and I didn't trust you, and so I made decisions based on that. So I wasn't, I didn't see the world as an abundant, amazing gift, and even beyond that, and we only see what we want to see, and what's up for us. So, how about the possibility of, first of all, discovering that it's not working for us at this level, and that many of us are living in fear, and living in desire. I want. Want says that there's something wrong, something's missing. Want says, that we're not happy. We're in complaint. Holding things lightly, having an intention is one thing. Anyway, what if it was true? What if just for a moment that you saw that we don't know who we are? Just for now, I don't know who I am. And it's not a question that many people ask. Who am I? Who am I? We don't really ask that. We think we know. So we're stuck in this illusion of thinking we know. But just for a minute, if we could just let go and recognize, wow, it's like a game. Oh my gosh, I don't know who I am. I'm not who I thought I was. And and we've been conditioned with all of these ideas of who we're supposed to be, and we judge ourselves based on like time's in the middle of it. I'm 33, I should be married, I should have 2 children. Right? It's all a story. It's a script, and we bought into it. I should have gone to university. I should have, and so we live in the should-haves, could-haves, would-haves. Could I, should I, can I? So it's all out of the moment. It's not true. And from that, we're dangerous, actually. We're dangerous. Depending on our concern for social norms, we can be dangerous. We can be violent. We can be, dishonest, because we really believe that fear has us in a place of wanting to get. I got to get by a certain time in my life, and the timelines can be much shorter. I got rent coming up in 3 weeks. I gotta, so I spent a lot of my life, and how I'm familiar with this is because I lived in that. I lived in it. I couldn't surrender it because I didn't even know that I was in it. I couldn't let it go because I didn't realize it. It was like, I lived in it for so long, even in recovery, even in spiritual, being on the path, being a seeker. I was still, but, because I didn't understand that nothing was missing, that we were complete in each moment as we are, and that becomes an experience, not a belief. But it can start with a belief. It can start with, okay, that nothing is missing, and we surrender. We let go of our beliefs and our ideas and our conditioned responses. Okay, so my thought this morning, is just to wake us up a little bit, just to say, hey, get this, but most won't hear this. Most will say, yeah, but he's fucking crazy. He's crazy. And we'll go back to our lives, and the druggies will die. The alcoholics will lose all and be locked up. We'll be in depression. What's depression? Depression's saying I'm not happy with what is. It's resistance. It's anger. Right? Anxiety. What's anxiety? It's the same. These are all symptoms of living in an illusion. So, and what do? We numb out. The doctor gives us pills and says, here, take these. Living in this state of dissatisfaction, right? Yeah. Easy to find a doctor to give us pills to numb us out so we don't have to feel. And, so feel it. And feel it until you get to a place where you say, that's enough. That the only thing that's going to change here is me. The only thing that's going to change is my perception. Like, nothing outside of me is going to make a difference. My wife leaves, whatever, Somebody passes away. It's life. Life on life's terms. We live it. We love it. We can be here. So that's my thing this morning. Wake up. Wake up to the fact that we don't know who we are, that we're living in an illusion, most of it based in selfishness and self-centeredness and fear. Trying to get. So hi, Jason. Jason says, you're not crazy, David. You sure? I'm curious what your thoughts are on Jordan Peterson. We can talk about that. In the moment, I don't have any thoughts on Jordan Peterson. And in the moment, I don't have any thoughts on Jordan. But we could talk about that. Call me. Let's chat. And most of the teachers that I love these days are not teaching so much the practical. They're helping us to be here now, and I would refer to Muji, of course, Osho, Ram Dass, Alan Watts, Eckhart Tolle. These people, all weren't teaching strategies, and they were all pointing towards the moment, how that in this moment we could experience ourselves as we truly are. We could let go of our thoughts of who we think we are and be who we are in this moment. And if there is a universal intelligence, and that's kind of a silly statement, but we meet that intelligence in this moment. Imagine that running from the mind, running our lives from our mind, we're tapped into, like 5% of our potential. Living in the moment, practicing being here now, free of fear, open to all possibilities. We're tapped into infinite intelligence, to source. Everything that ever was or will be is now. And we have that possibility to be here now. And it doesn't have to, we don't have to grow it. We think we have to become learning and learn our way to it. No, just recognize that from the small self to the big S self, to the completeness of it. So, and Kim said, always live for the moment. It's actually in the moment. Be the moment. There is, there's no separation of you in the moment, me in the moment. We are the moment. It's almost, because it's something that can't be spoken of in a way, many faiths have tried to explain this thing, and they've given it concepts because it's difficult to speak of. So be here now, be the moment. Yes, you are the moment. You are the moment. And when we self-realize, when we realize that, we're like, oh my God, I've been living in a dream. I've been living in fear. I've been living in complaint. I've been, and that's all from the mind. So be here now. Yes. Hi, Kim. Awesome. So practice that. And we can get there. There's many little things to bring us into the moment. Prayer. Practicing prayer brings us, right, into this moment. And my prayer often is, thy will be done. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. And thank you. Another prayer of mine is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not for anything in particular. Meditation also, or sitting, can bring us into the moment. Just to be here. Watch the thoughts. Drop into now. Service of others. It brings us into the moment. Love. Love is an action word. It's a verb. It's also a noun. But so love can bring us into the moment. All these things can bring us into the moment. Practicing. So yes, gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. But not for anything in particular. Because as soon as I say, thank you for whatever, I'm imagining that something is better than something else. In this moment, in this oneness, there's no right or wrong or good or bad. Right or wrong or good or bad are judgments from the mind. So when we're caught in judgment, recognize that we're not here. Yes. Yeah, we're not here. So that's my little thing, wake up. Just wake up. Say, in a prayer, show me who I am. Tell me who I am. Show me who I am. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? It can be a constant mantra. And there is a vibration. There is a vibration in the moment. It's all vibration. And that prayer will be heard in that vibration. And who you are will become obvious. Who we are can become obvious. Hi, Laura Lee. Hi, honey. So, be here now. Give thanks. Pray for direction, guidance. Be of service. We are free in this moment. Nothing is missing. Okay, so I'm going to just read this little book. This is the 24-hour day book, and it's for my, hi, Laura Lee. It's for my, for all of us. I sometimes differentiate, say it's for my alcoholic and addict friends, but we're all addicts, aren't we? Yes, we are. Some of us are more dangerous than others. I got a buddy here with me, dangerous guy. But he's waking up. He's waking up. You waking up? Yes. It's like, holy shit, what's this guy talking about? Could I possibly not be who I thought I was? Then who am I? I know, eh? What a question. Okay. November the 8th this is a 24-hour day book. I've been reading it here for a while, and I thank you for allowing me to share this with you. November the 8th, he starts out, this was written in 1954. I've never understood 24 hours a day. Well, the whole idea of understanding, just for a second, is driven by the mind. There's nothing to understand. Mind really wants to understand so it can control, right? So we say, and that's the question often is, the mind says, how do I do this? How is not important. Neither is understanding. I remember, just going to share with you briefly, I had, when I was really new in sobriety, new in my spiritual search, I had a lot of resistance to the idea of universal intelligence of God. I knew there was, but I wanted to understand. And I had a sponsor at the time, Irish Mike, and Irish Mike said, if you can understand God in your little pea brain, wouldn't be much of a God, would he? And I was like, oh. So it was the first guy that really knocked on my door. And and said understanding wasn't the way. Understanding was the booby prize. It's in the mind. So just let go of that. Kim says there is day, night, like dark. There, light, dark. I'm not sure if I understand that. No time. Yes, no time. In a way, there's no time. Timeless. Exactly. Yes. Okay. November the 8th, thought for the day. And for the purposes of this, we are kind of dealing in time in a way. So, I have lost, it says, I have lost much of my inferiority complex. Of course, inferiority is from the mind. Of course we lose it. We're not feeling less than or superior to. We lose those. They're terrible states, aren't they? Less than or superior to. Cuts us off from everybody. It's all a judgment. And he said, I was always trying to escape from life. Yes. I didn't want to face reality. I was full of self-pity. I was constantly sorry for myself. I tried to avoid all responsibilities, like making my bed and cleaning my room. I know. I did not feel that I could handle the responsibilities of my business or my home, owing to my inferiority complex. Well, fear. Inferiority complex is like fear. I was eager to be free of all responsibilities. I wanted to drift. I wanted to be on the beach. Yes. It's funny because what he's saying, fear, does make us want to go sit on the beach and do nothing. Or how many guys have I known over the years who say, I just want to build a cabin. I just want to build a cabin in the woods. I just want to go in the woods. You ever thought that? No. I just want to build a cabin so I can just hide. I wanted to drift. I wanted to be on the beach. AA showed me how to get over my feeling of inferiority. It made me want to accept responsibility again. Have I lost my inferiority? So he's focusing on one little thing around fear. Inferiority is related to fear. And it's in the illusion. It's in our old way of living. Meditation for the day. He says, one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. One thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth into those things that are before. I press onward towards the goal. I forget those things that are behind me and press on towards something better. We can believe that God has forgiven us for all our past sins, provided we are honestly trying to live today the way we believe He wants us to live. We can wipe clean the slate of the past. We can start today with a clean slate and go forward with confidence toward the goal that's been set before us. So sometimes his writing is just so right on in the moment, and some of it is based in time, in past and future. And prayer for the day, I pray that I may drop off the load of the past. I pray that I may start today with a light heart and a new confidence. So, there is something to be said for that, for, surrendering the past. And one of the beautiful things about the steps in the 12 steps is that it helps us to see who we've been, to identify the way we've carried on with resentment and fear and selfishness, So we get to see those things about ourselves and recognize that it's humbling. It's like, oh, my God, have I really been living that way? I want, right? And so the steps are, they're a great tool to help us to get free and then to clean up some of the wreckage of the past, if not all of it, and to recognize that we were not well. We were living in the illusion of fear, and our mental illness was based in fear. So, and we're asleep to it, so we do fall asleep and the mind just takes over, and sometimes, because the mind doesn't like the pain of emotion, of fear, we will run. And that's what drives us often to drinking and drugging. It's unbelievable, no matter how big the reasons are for us not to. So just recognize it's all in the illusion. Be here now. And my job is to help you get there. So that's why we're going to meditate right now. Would you like to join me for a 10-minute meditation? Hey, bud. So sit up straight, get the back straight. We want you to be comfortable, okay? It doesn't matter about sounds, if there are noises around, or, just include them, really. Wherever you are, just include the sounds that are around you. And just, put your feet on the floor. I have to to take my shoes and socks off so I can just be on my bare feet. And for the whole summer, we did this many, many times outside, and today's not an outside day. All right. So just feet on the floor. Make sure your back is supported, and so that there's nothing to hold. There's nothing to you don't have to struggle in any way to keep yourself up straight. You can just be here. Your head, what we want to do is not fall asleep. We'd like to be able to keep ourselves here. Close your eyes if you'd like, and we're going to just be in the body. Just be here. Sitting quietly. I like to use the breath to come into the moment. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. So just watch the mind, that it doesn't look for anything. There's nothing to look for. Nothing to experience even. Just be in this moment, in this spot, now. Nothing to get. Just be in the breath. Just be in the breath. In the body. If thoughts come, if the mind is busy, just see if we can surrender it, let it go. Recognize that we are not our thoughts. That we are actually not even our body. That our body is a vehicle. We can just surrender it for a moment. It can look after itself. And our mind is a tool. And it has thoughts of its own. Just let it go. Like clouds passing, everything passes. Everything passes except for this oneness that we are. This eternal you, eternal me. This eternal you, or eternal me, is not concerned with what we're thinking. It's not concerned with anything. It watches. Feel the stillness beyond quiet, beyond the body, stillness of the moment. Everything else moves. The one doesn't move. No struggle. Nowhere to go. Nothing's missing. Be here now. Just come back when you're ready into the space. As we go out from here today, practice awareness. Watch the thoughts. Awareness, acceptance. Brings us into the moment, and in the moment is all power, all knowing. So through awareness of thought, when judgment comes up, just watch it. When fear comes up through the day, just watch it. When complaint comes up, just watch it. When wanting or desire comes up, just watch it. When anger comes up, just watch it. Irritation, just watch it. Become aware of who we've been. Monday evening, 7 o'clock, we do this again online. And we'll have our morning thing tomorrow, but if you'd like to join us for a longer meditation, a longer discussion, you're welcome to come here. We're having, a very small group, usually 5 or 6 or 7. But you're welcome to join me here at my home on Mondays, and or join us online. So Mondays at 7 Mountain Standard Time in Canada. Feel free to join us for a little longer discussion and a longer silent sitting. Or you can catch us on YouTube as well. So, thank you for joining us today and for participating in waking up. Nothing needs to change when we awaken. We awaken to love. We awaken to peace, to serenity, to freedom. And your awakening affects the world, helps others to awaken. So be that. Bring the love. Be the love. Okay, you guys. Thanks so much. I enjoy doing this, so thank you. Cheers.